Well, hey there, rock stars. Sarah Robbins here, coming to you live for another prospecting tip of the day. As we get started, I would love to go ahead and get acquainted, if you don't mind, commenting below who you are and where you're tuning in from. I would love to warmly welcome you. And as you're introducing yourself, I'll introduce myself too. But don't forget, guys, you can always click the share button on your team pages right now for a little virtual viewing with your team for a chance for a shout. But remember, as always, the more who know, the greater your team will grow. By the way, if it's your first time watching, type in a number 1 so I can warmly welcome you. I would love to say hello. And again, as you guys are introducing yourself, I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about who am I. I am Sarah Robbins. I'm a kindergarten teacher turned network marketing top leader. I am also the author of the best-selling book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business. You can find it on Amazon or bulk copies if you want to get them as gifts for new distributors or as promotion gifts. Kind of a good idea. You can write inside "You Rock" or something cool like that. But you can find those bulk discounts at sarahrobbins.com. But keep in mind, on Amazon, we're selling the Kindle, we're selling the audio version. And remember, as a celebration for a successful launch of the audiobook, you can email your order number to rocktheaudio@gmail.com. And we've got 3 free gifts we will send you as a simple thanks. You can order any version of the book of your choice, whether it's hard copy, Kindle, or audio. It's just our way to say thank you to you guys. But I hope you guys enjoy it. The audio is in my voice, by the way. It was super fun to record, and it's like the 2.0 version. I got to go off script a little bit 5 years after writing the book, which is super fun. On my site, you'll also notice the audio series. You can find it CD or MP3, the Rockstar Recruiting School, which is my system for network marketing success, and the new one for leaders, the Master Class Edition. So cool to see a lot of you guys got your book. So as we're waiting for some more people to join us, real quick, who's registered for October 18th, you'll find on my website that there's several different classes that I offer. I did a 2-hour session on how to build your business strictly online, social media that sells. I did a 2-hour session on recruiting, so specifically how I recruited over 200 people directly for, over 300 people directly for my network marketing business. And then Supersize Your Sales, strategies on how we built a $1 billion sales team. But on October 18th, we got our newest one coming up, guys, and this one's going to sell out fast. It's called Power Up Your Presenting. And basically, I'm going to teach you how to present yourself and your network marketing company powerfully. And let me just say, we're going to go through things like home events. We're going to talk about virtual events. We're going to talk about coffee meetings. We're going to talk about casual phone calls. We're going to talk about the 3-way call, sure to help your conversion rates, even formal meetings too, from beginning to during the presentation to end, how to literally rock your presentations so you get new customers and new distributors as well. So that's October 18th. You can find that class to register at sarahrobbins.com. I'll also post a link below after this. Super, super affordable, but it's going to be super, super powerful, and you guys will not want to miss it. It is for all companies, so everybody's welcome. And remember, if you can't make it live, there's going to be a replay as well. Okay. So hopefully you guys watched part 1 yesterday. We talked about how to present yourself powerfully and really the foundation of a good presentation. So there's kind of 2 different elements as we look at the foundation of a good presentation. By the way, when I say presentation, it doesn't mean you have to be standing up and giving like a Toastmasters, like class, like formal presentation. How we present ourselves, it's how we really share this, whether it's in a casual setting or a more formal setting, right? There's different ways and different venues for presenting. So this is really just a good foundation for a good presentation, a good talk, a good chat about your business. And there's 2 kind of different areas that I want to focus on. Yesterday, if you didn't watch it, watch my video. We talked about the first part of the foundation, which is your own story. That's what you share to people over coffee, call, presentation, event. And you can watch yesterday's training because it was longer, but there was about 5 points that we touched on. So to quickly review them, that when you talk about your story, you first talk about who you are. So more about your journey and your background prior to joining. You keep it brief, right? Your story, by the way, should be under a minute packaged. If it's longer than that, you're going to lose people. Okay. The second thing is, why were you looking for an opportunity, or did opportunity find you? The third thing is, how did you hear about your company? The fourth thing is, why did you join? That can be your personal why, but also what attracted you to the company. And the fifth thing is, what is the best part? What is the business doing for you or allowing you to do? And remember, we talked about don't focus on money, always focus on meaning. You could tell people like, oh, in part-time hours, I make $500 additional. While some people would think that's great, other people would judge and be like, well, that doesn't sound good at all, right? So instead of saying that, in part-time hours, my business allows me to put my kids in, the preschool of our choice. When you focus on meaning, that carries more substance with people anyways, and it doesn't put you in a place of judgment. It also keeps you super compliant too, right? Because we talked about the fact that we live in a highly regulated environment in this industry, okay? So no money stories. So today I want to focus on part 2, the next part, a very essential part of a good foundation for a presentation, and that is your company story. Now, you guys know we review this a lot in my book. We also review it a lot in the recruiting webinar that you can find at sarahrobbins.com. But I'm just going to kind of walk you through this today. So there's 5 points in telling a good company story. Now, I like to call it the 4 Ps, okay? Now, here's the thing. I want to just caution you guys. When you're presenting to people, you're not going to be like, I'd like to go over the 4 Ps with you. That just sounds weird. It's kind of like, don't say like, I would like to put you on a 3-way call with my sponsor. 3-way call? Sponsor? Just all sounds weird. 3-way call? Sponsor. That's like, we're going to a meeting, right, of some sort. So here's the thing. Instead of saying like 3-way call with sponsor, I'd say, hey, let's get on, have a quick phone chat with my friend or, my business partner, whatever, okay? But the same thing's true. I'm not going to sit you down and be like, hey guys, now we're going to review the 4 Ps. That's just weird, right? This is basically for you. It is for you to have an outline in your head of, if I'm running somebody through this, what are the things that I would review? So here's the things that I would talk through. After I tell my personal story, I might say something like, well, let me tell you a little bit about the company and our products, okay? That's what I would say to transition in, not let me tell you about the 4 Ps, okay? So this is for you as you're making a note card today and as you want to write out exactly what you'd say in 5 minutes or less. Remember, your personal story, 1 minute or less. The company story, 5 minutes or less. Do you know all the calls I do? They're typically about 15 minutes in length. I talk for 5 minutes and then I let the prospect ask questions. By the way, you want to know exactly what I'm saying on calls? I know you do. I know you do. We're going to talk about that on the masterclass, the Power Presenting Masterclass on October 18th that you can register for on my website, okay? It's powerful. I've learned so much about the 3-way call. I used to do scripts and do all of this stuff and literally lose people. I talk for a few minutes and I make it all about the prospect now. Closing people left and right because it's tiny. Their interest, not yours, right? So I'll go through actually on that class exactly what a good call looks like. Okay, so as I'm presenting this to people, here's the 4 Ps. The first thing that I always want to be able to touch on is the partnership of the company that they're joining. So a little bit about the company and your founders and the background, right? So just keeping it super brief, the company you've joined and what you do, why are you so proud of it? What makes you unique and what makes you stand apart, okay? So kind of just their history and their journey. You shared your history and journey, now sharing the history and journey of your company, who they are, where they came from, where they're at today, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is a little overview of the products. Now, I'm not talking about ingredients or usage because if you come off that way, people are going to start to think, well, gosh, I've got to be a product expert. I've got to be a doctor, a dermatologist to do the business. No, I'm talking about the features and the benefits, the marketplace demand, the results that people can expect to see from the product. So what allows the product to stand out above the rest. So talking a little bit more about your product and what sets your product apart, what makes it so amazing, and why does everybody need it? What type of results are people getting, and what type of results can people expect to see? The third thing that I would touch base on is your programs. So a little bit about network marketing and why it is the best business model on the planet. You guys hear me talk about you can do it on your time, on your terms. It's low cost, no risk. What other business can they become profitable right away and really build a legacy for their family? There's a few ways, guys, that we can earn royalty income or residual income. Maybe if, you're a famous singer and you write a hit song that plays over and over again on the radio. Or if you're a sports player and you get some great endorsements. But this business allows you the opportunity for leverage. It's like pseudo-franchising without having to have overhead, employees, a brick and mortar building, right? So it allows you leverage and it allows you royalty income or residual income. And you can talk a little bit about your programs and really, how we're paid and some of the perks of the plan too. Now, let me just say, I never review compensation plan in a presentation. I don't. It makes people's heads spin. And again, they're going to think it's too overwhelming and they shut it down. I save compensation plan for if people ask. If they ask me how we're paid, I go through it. And that comes in the questions part. Guys, I'm going to go over this so in depth on that presentation class on October 18th. I really hope you're going to be on. So if somebody says to me, how do I get paid? Then I go through it. Instead, I'm just really talking about, hey, we get paid several ways. We get paid through the sales we make, the sales that our team makes, but we have incredible bonuses and incentives. We've got great trips to places like blah, 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 and awesome car program with such and such. And we get the opportunity to earn some cool points for prizes. I mean, we don't just get paid well. We've got one of the best plans in the industry. We get recognized well. So that's just kind of how I give a little bit of an overview about the pay and the perks and really how the program works, why network marketing is such a smart business model. And then the last thing is positioning and timing. Why is now the time to join? Why have they picked the right company and the right time? And then the last thing is, number 5, is assembling the ask. Okay, I always tell people you have not if you ask not. So you've got to get your ask in gear. So what are you looking for? People to try the products, get great results, or people to join your fun and fast-growing team to get the products at the best price. And the opportunity to earn them for free, a little or a lot of extra money, as they simply share the results with other people. Now, guys, I do want to point out that if you need a little help and you want some examples for how to share your personal story, your business story, there's the product stories in the book too, share your personal story, your business story, and the 4 Ps on how to present this. There's a whole chapter 4 in my book. So remember, we've got the hard copy Kindle and the audio version now. So get it on Amazon today. Email your receipt to rocktheaudio@gmail.com and I'll give you some freebies. It's kind of cool. It's like, what, $10 or something for a book, and you get 3 free trainings. One is a long leadership training, which you guys know that I charge good for my trainings. You get a download for scripts on how to talk to people and ideas on how to prospect too. So even if you have the book and get it in another format, you can get that for free. So those are really, guys, the foundations of a good presentation. Your story and your company story, and then assembling the ask. Who do you know this would be great for? I'm looking for people to try the products, get great, whatever, results, skin, health, whatever it is that you sell. I'm also looking for people to join our fun and fast-growing team, and here are the benefits. Who do you know that it would be great for? And here's the thing, in asking that question, either people identify themselves or they might refer you on to somebody that they know that it would be great for. So guys, tell me, what are your takeaways? What did you learn for today? Go ahead and comment below and share what you learned from today's training. I do hope that I'll see you guys on October 18th for our Power Presenting Masterclass, where we're gonna go through things like how to present this over coffee, on a call, at a meeting, or a home event. We're going to touch on everything, including virtual. So what do we do pre-event, during event, post-event? What do we say? How do we follow up? How do we close people? It's going to be a really incredible class. So grab your pass at sarahrobbins.com. I hope to see you guys there, if not sooner, like here on this page tomorrow, weekdays, for another free prospecting tip of the day. Did you guys like today's free training? Go ahead and share with me below. Don't forget to share this on your team pages. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day. God bless, and goodbye for now. And rock on, rock stars.